Hi, guys. I just wanted to say a few things about the meeting between Mayor Inday Sara Carpio and former Senator Bongbong Marcos. They met yesterday, which was Saturday, in the Philippines, in Davao City. Now, you'd wonder why they would meet. They don't really have any particular reason to meet. What was happening? Was Bongbong Marcos touring Davao, or was Inday Sara wanting to pick the brains of Bongbong Marcos on politics? I really don't know. I just feel that whatever wild scenario you would come up with, there can only be one reason, and that is some kind of tandem between the two. This was a very coded, I believe, a very coded message or a very coded signal. But this meeting surely is going to lead to better things. And then the big question remains, would it be Inday Sara for president, or would it be Bongbong Marcos for president? Personally, I'm going for Inday Sara as president, the 17th president of the Republic of the Philippines, and Bongbong Marcos as vice president. As everybody knows, he very nearly snatched the vice president position in the last election, and many would say that he actually won. And of course, that so far has yet to be proven. But whatever people think, he accumulated a massive number of votes as vice president. And there can be no doubt at all that if he was to run for that position again, I'm sure he would garnish enough votes this time to be able to become the vice president of the Philippines. I know last time in the previous election, there were sort of clear candidates, if you like. So obviously people know who to vote for. I fear that this time there could be a split vote, in that many would vote for Bongbong Marcos, and of course if people are talking about Trillanes running as well, so he would then garnish his own set of votes. And then not only that, if there is a possibility of other candidates becoming involved as well, maybe Grace Poe, there could be other candidates becoming involved in the candidacy or in the process. But I'm very, very pleased to see this meeting yesterday in Davao City, because I think it sends out a very clear signal that both of these personalities are a force to be reckoned with. I know Bongbong Marcos is still very, very popular, and I know many would wish him to become vice president or even president of the Philippines. Of course, there are people who wouldn't particularly want to see another Marcos family member running for any kind of office. But, Bongbong Marcos has a lot of popularity. He was an excellent senator, and I know many support him. But me personally, I'd like to see a Duterte Marcos partnership. I think that would be very strong. I think it would send out a very good signal. I met Senator Amy Marcos in the Senate before, and I know she's a very seasoned politician. I know as a political family, they have a lot of understanding about history. They're a very strong political family, and I know that Senator Amy Marcos was present in that meeting as well, so it'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen. It'll be very interesting to see some kind of collaboration between the two. I know that it's not official candidacy time, in that they wouldn't file their candidacy until October of 2021. But in the meantime, I have no doubt this will get the yellows sweating or the yellows fretting. If they do put up a joint pairing or a tandem, I know this is going to be a political force to be reckoned with, and I know a lot of people would back them. I do worry personally that if Inday Sara Duterte doesn't run, I really do believe it's going to be a split vote. Out of these 16 million Filipinos who voted for President Duterte, some would vote for Marcos, some would vote for other candidates. And the problem is with that, there is going to be this definite split in the vote. And I know that it depends on what part of the Philippines that you're from as to who you would vote for. There's talk about the solid North voting for BBM. Let's just see. I'm very, very interested. Obviously, I'm not a Filipino myself, but as everybody knows, I've been a big supporter of President Duterte and the Duterte family because I think they're doing a lot of good. You only have to look at Davao and how safe it is in Davao. It's a very progressive city, and I know the Duterte family have been taking great care of the city, and I know that a lot of initiatives have been started there. What I particularly like is that what normally happens is during election time, so many people would maybe start a community centre or start a school or start a road or whatever, and then they wouldn't finish it. So for the next 6 years, you would see their name plastered all over the wall or plastered all over some kind of plaque. But I know that the Duterte family are not like that. I know in Davao, when it comes to, say, fire engines or when it comes to the ambulance service or whatsoever, there wouldn't be the Duterte name plastered all over these particular appliances. Instead, it would just be the city of Davao, and that's what I particularly like. I'm really looking forward, hopefully, to Inday Sara Duterte being the next president of the Republic of the Philippines, because I know she will carry on the great achievements of her father, and I know the Philippines needs continuity right now. You can only do so much in 6 years, and I really do believe that the Philippines needs a secure, strong future. And I hope that Inday Sara Duterte too, would hopefully be able to progress to a modern form of government, a new form of government. So let's just see what happens. Let's just go ahead and let's just listen very carefully. Let's listen very carefully to these signals. And I'm hoping that this meeting will bring forth a great future and a great partnership. It may just be an absolute coincidence that they would meet, but you have to ask yourself why they would have met. So had it have not been for this great partnership or this great tandem. So I'd like to send my very best wishes to Inday Sara Duterte and of course to BBM. I hope to meet him one day too. And I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen with this partnership. Thanks very much, guys.